All right, so we are back again with another match reaction. Chelsea 4, Sheffield United 1. Can't even begin to think how happy I am with this performance. It's been a rough week. Man, bro. Thoughts on the game?
Um, Another convincing Chelsea game, dog. Like we're slowly like establishing that that reputation of just having like very solid performances. Um, Clean sheets are kind of like expected now. Um, a lot like thinking like a lot of goals also like two, three, 4 goals are expected per game now. So the team is finding like a really good balance. I'm really excited to be a Chelsea fan right now, dog. Like every game is actually so fun to watch. So that was a beautiful game. Started the first 10 minutes very hectically. It was rough. First 10, 15
Yeah,
minutes.
that's
But
true.
then afterwards we found that 1 goal and we just dominated them. We played up their field. Um, and then the rest is history.
Yeah, I feel like I knew that Sheffield are going to come. Like the first 10 minutes, Sheffield are always attacking. And I just
Yeah,
thought if we could just fight off those first 10, 15 minutes and then gain control of the game, then we'll start like without conceding. Then we'll be able
yeah,
to like go on and score. But then we conceded and I thought, okay, let's see how this team can do. Like, can they actually bounce back? Because it's easy to just be winning when you're up and just carrying on the momentum. But for the first time in how many games now? 5 games where we've actually been behind.
yeah,
So now you see the team can actually bounce back. That's where you see the leadership in the team.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
Another thing that I feel like now that you look at it in actual fact, those 2 games we drew against Sevilla and Manchester United 0-0, they don't look too bad now because I feel like we kind of had to take 2 steps, 1 step back in order to take 2 steps forward.
Or yeah, like in terms of our
Yeah,
defense. Oh yeah, like I actually saw someone tweet about that like quite recently that those 2 games were like very important games for Chelsea to learn how to defend. Well, and as soon as we learned like how to do that, especially in the Sevilla and the Man United game, and we found the balance now where like we can kind of like be good in defending and also be good attacking ones. Because we had games where we'd score 3 goals like against like West Brom, so the attack
yeah.
was
And
solid,
Southampton we
but
scored.
our defense was whack. And West Brom scored 3 goals as well, and it was a 3-3 draw. So then, like the attack was solid, but the defense was bad. And then you also have games where it was the other way around, where the defense was good, but we scored no goals.
Yeah,
So now we found like a perfect balance. Actually, when Sheffield scored, I think it's the first time in a very long time where I was confident enough to say we're still gonna win.
yeah. We're still in the game.
Yeah, like we're still in the game. Like I didn't panic, I didn't get sad or anything. I was just happy to say that's a clean sheet gone. But besides that, I knew this game was ours, dog. So
Yeah, bro. Everyone is starting to call Chelsea clean sheet FC, bro.
from
But
from
yeah,
draw FC, from draw FC to clean
hey,
sheet FC.
hey, how quickly it's now? It's what now? That's 4 wins in a row. Um, the team is looking really confident. You can even see that the players don't look like they're panicking on the field, and
Yeah,
that's the one thing I like about our new signings right now, is that you see they look so calm on the ball. It's almost like they can slow down time. And
yeah.
speaking of new signings, the man who's been lighting it up ever since he came back from injury, Hakim Ziyech. I don't know how you
Oh my
feel about him,
god,
but
dog. Oh my
what a signing.
beautiful. That's dog. It got to a point where I think I had a couple of arguments like with rival fans because they didn't believe that he was gonna come in and have like a huge impact.
Yeah.
And boy, proved everyone
Bro, some
wrong,
people
dog.
were saying Willian is better than him. I was like, are you mad?
Now, like, Brad, I think that's an automatic block actually because that's a huge reach. That's disrespect right there, dog.
Yeah.
And that nigga is talented. And that left foot, dog. Oh my God.
Magic.
Lethal. Because also, I was talking to PJ. I told him that from the first 3 or 4 crosses that he attempted, they all didn't find the target, dog. They went out for like a goal kick, a ball. That can demotivate a player, especially if it's a potential goal-scoring chance that you keep earning with 4 consecutive crosses that aren't finding their target. But he didn't give up. He continued to whip that those crosses in. And
He doesn't lack confidence, eh? He doesn't lack
at
confidence.
all, dog.
It's like even if he makes like a bad pass or he kicks it too long or something, it's like, nah. Even when the next opportunity comes, he's still gonna try the pass, and he still believes he can make it.
Yeah, and that's very vital, bro. And on the topic of new signings, an underrated signing is that we haven't really praised that much is our captain, Thiago Silva.
Yeah.
Perfect. People were clowning us. They were talking about he's 36 years old. He's old.
Farmers League.
Yeah, Farmers League. Like he can't cope with the pressure of the Premier League. Dog, look at him, dog. In 4 games, we've conceded just 1 goal. Is it 4 or 5 games now? I think 5.
5 games.
Conceded just 1 goal.
And
he adds so much.
Another thing I wanted to add is that Zuma looks a lot better with him there.
Bro, like he's very composed. I think I've been saying this to people as well that Zuma's not a bad defender, dog, but he was playing with people he also can't trust. There's a lot of miscommunication, and the defense just ended up collapsing because if you have Christensen on your side or Rudiger on your side, nothing good's gonna come out of it, dog. Well, because you also have to work out on bailing them out, and in that process, he also ended up making a couple of mistakes. But playing with Thiago Silva, it's working wonders, bro. He's also very confident now.
Yeah, and I also think another thing that adds to the calmness of the team is the goalkeeper. But another person I want to speak about today that might go under the radar again, who's had, I think, 2 really good performances in his position right now. N'Golo Kante in that CDM role, that lone CDM role.
Yeah.
I think that position in a way helps him because it limits him. Because when he's playing as an 8, sometimes it looks like he's not really sure what he has to do. Sometimes you see him pushing way too far up, leaving gaps.
Yeah.
But when you put him at that lone DM, it's like he knows what he's doing and he's comfortable. And the cleanup, he's always cleaning up. Nothing goes past him. And he's one of the best midfielders at tactical fouls. You know those fouls where you could just stop the play, but without it actually being a card or like a red card or yellow card. It's just a little touch to the player and it just drops him and he just cuts it out.
Like I saw so many interceptions from him, standing tackles, dog, where even when he loses the ball, he's got the ability to run back and get it almost immediately, dog. The position that they're playing him in, because technically he caused the first goal, bro.
I saw that. He doubled up instead of staying on his man.
Yeah. And that assignment that he left, that's the same guy that was able to whip the cross in the thingy that led to the goal. But that was his only mistake the whole game. Afterwards, he was brilliant. And he made sure that no one passes by, bro. Defensively, because even when Thiago Silva and Zuma are going up for corners, Kante drops back to protect that line, dog. Just in case it goes to a counter.
Yeah, and if you look at how he plays, is actually helping out Mason Mount and Kovacic. You could see how easier the game was for them, and you could see how well we never see Kovacic pushing up like that and actually putting in final balls. But because Kante is there to just cover for them, you could see how both of them can just interchange going forward, and like it makes the attack like gel, and that's how you see how well as well Kai Havertz does when he's playing in front of him, because he can also push up and not have to worry about having to like defend, because he knows that N'Golo Kante is right there.
Yeah, to clean it up.
Yeah.
I was also
Yeah.
quite happy with Mount's performance too. I was quite happy with him.
Yeah. I've never been a Mount, a Mason Mount merchant, as you'd say. But the past 2 games, and another thing is people think that I hate him. I don't hate him, but I really hated the fact that Lampard was forcing him into the team, into a position where he's not going to be successful. Let's be honest, he's not a winger.
Yeah.
And it was making him look bad, and obviously the fans are going to react. But he's finally playing in his position now, and it's working wonders for the team. And I hope that Lampard keeps him there now. Like, don't change it. Don't change the system. This is our best formation for me, I think. And I think this is the formation we have to use going forward. I don't know. How do you feel?
I feel like exactly like the same way. He's been experimenting for the past year. I think he got to a point where I think there was even a commentator that mentioned something along the lines of Chelsea is the leading team in terms of players changed in the starting 11 and formations changed as well. Like he's always chopping and changing. That was also part of the reasons why they would blame him for conceding so many goals, is that he never had a solid starting four. So now he's got a solid formation, a solid team, a consistent solid team. Because now, like even in the lineup, like it's almost the same names for the past 5, 6, 7 games. They started to know each other well. They're gelling well. So I'm 100% behind this formation.
Yeah, and another thing that I want to touch on a little bit is both our strikers scoring. I mean, I know that Werner's not really a winger, like an out-and-out winger like that, but he seems to be able to get goals even from that side. And Tammy Abraham, another player who isn't really a huge fan favorite, not one of my favorite players. I've always thought that Giroud could offer us more, but I feel like this season you can see the improvement. And obviously, we want Chelsea to win. We're not here to. I don't want to mention that other club from Manchester who seems to support players instead of supporting the team. Here, we're all about the team. As much as you can not have a favorite, but if that player is doing well and you can see the improvement, you can see the progression. I think we should give Tammy Abraham, because a lot of the time last season, Tammy Abraham would score a goal, like especially in the beginning, he'd score, but he wouldn't really affect the game. Like he'd score, but he wouldn't, like, no link up play, no, not getting really any fouls, not really. Now he's even making defensive headers, something he never did. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Like I feel like both of us were thinking like very vocal about Tammy Abraham, Mason Mount, and Odoi. That's like the 3 players we would always agree on that we're not favorites, or they're not like our favorites. Like they're actually the players that we're consistently bashing. So we both are watching them play the past 5 games, and um, we have to give them like their credit. They've been good. All 3 of them, they've been good. Like even Odoi, like those few minutes that he gets, I'm very proud like of the work he puts in. I'm actually quite happy that he didn't get time to play today, but there's too much quality on the side now, so it happens. But Tammy Abraham, dog, like I'm vouching for him now. Like I see the boy working. He's like his all-round game is just improving. Like the work overall, he plays better now because he score, but he's not assisting, he's not passing, he's not like making tackles, making defensive like headers, like he's not trying to mark. He would literally just stand there and just wait and be like a goal poacher, bro. But now he's actually improving on all aspects of his game. The dirty work is there. He's not just trying to score only now and stat pad. So yeah, I'm also like I'm very happy. Like I'm okay with him starting over Giroud.
Yeah. All right. To end off, I know we're going into international break. It's not really an ideal time for us to go into international break just because we've built up all this momentum and now we have to stop basically, and players are going to go away. Some players are going to get injured, maybe. Some players might even get COVID. We don't know what's going to happen. But obviously, we as fans, we're always hyped, but we never want to get ahead of ourselves. For you, what do you think? What's the ceiling for Chelsea this season? Because the league right now, we're definitely in the running. Do you think we could make a push for the league, top four? What are your aspirations? Like, what do you think Chelsea should be pushing for?
I want to be a reasonable fan, right?
Yeah.
At first, I was like, okay, Chelsea this season is definitely going to win the World Cup, the UEFA, the Premier League. PJ was on my
Oh,
side
can
with
you
that.
can you move your camera a little bit up? Yeah, that's good.
Oh, yeah. I thought that we winning every trophy like on display, like the UEFA, the World Cup, like all of it, dog. But now I'll be reasonable. Um, I don't know how far we could make it, like in the UEFA. It seems like every team is not as dominant as they were the previous season. So I wouldn't be surprised if we even make semi-finals. But in the league, we're definitely in contention. The only other team I see that can carry it all the way through is Liverpool. I don't have faith in City like that anymore. They've been dropping a whole lot of points. Their strikers out. But also with Liverpool, Van Dijk is going to be out for most of the season. And I also read a stat today that said that they've already dropped as much points in their first 7 games as they did in 27 games last season. So obviously they're also not as dominant anymore, dog. And I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea would like right behind either like Liverpool or maybe City. But something is guaranteed. Because also we have to keep in mind that we had a convincing 4-1 with two of our top four best attackers out. Havertz was out, Pulisic was out, well, and we still managed to score that amount of goals. So we spoiled for choice, and I can only imagine how dangerous Chelsea can be consistently if everyone's available. So yeah, I definitely think we're going far this season.
Yeah, I think there's good vibes right now in the team. Like everybody's coming on and trying to impact the game because they know that there's a lot of good players, and that's what happens when there's other good players getting signed. Everyone else has to raise their level, and right now you could see everyone wants to win. You could see everyone's kind of buying into the whole Lampard project, and hopefully we could Newcastle next. I think that's our next Premier League game. Another very, very good opportunity for Chelsea to get 3 points, I think. Because another thing is Man City are playing Liverpool, so they just took points off each other. Today, Manchester took points off Everton, and they were higher than us. And who else is in the top 6 right now? Oh, Leicester. Who's Leicester playing? I'm not sure. Tottenham are playing West Brom, so I think they'll win that. But I'm not really worried about Tottenham. But yeah, good chance to definitely make big moves. Shout out, man. Thank you for coming on, giving your opinion, bro. It's good times. It's good vibes right now, man. I love my team. Yo, I'm so happy, bro. I'm so happy. But yeah.
And I think because we always were tweeting that Lampard out.
I never tweeted that. I'm not Lampard out. Not yet. I want Lampard to get the whole season.
I did. I tweeted that a lot actually, but
Yeah.
he's definitely proving me wrong. Probably like tweeted out of like anger or whatever. But yeah, this is a very exciting project. I'm backing him. It looks good. It looks good.
Yeah, I think for what he did last season, for making top 4 last season, I think he deserves. Yes, he's inexperienced, so he's going to make a lot of mistakes. But I think he deserves the whole season. Like this season, he finally has a team that he wants and he has the players that he wants. Let's give him the whole season and see how he does. Then after
Yeah.
that, I think we could make a better assessment, maybe then if he needs to stay on or if he needs to go. But I think let's give him a chance. I know he wants the team to do well, so. But yeah, bro, thank you, man. I appreciate it, and hopefully Newcastle we could get the 3 points.
Easy 3 points again. Easy W.